Would you like to open your gates, Wicket gate, or even turn on the lights from your smartphone just like this? Even when you are far away from home? And do all of this without changing anything in your existing system, without touching the gate automation, running additional wires, or installing extra relays. Basically, all you need to do is take your regular RF key fob or remote control and teach its commands to this small smart RF copier. After that, you will be able to send the same commands from your smartphone over the internet. Today we'll see how all of this works in practice. We'll test different key fobs and RF relays, see which signals it can actually copy, configure schedules and automations, and of course, try to integrate all of this with Home Assistant. This is a compact RF copier for Tuya Smart/Smart Life, available in Wi-Fi and Zigbee versions. The Wi-Fi version connects directly to a 2.4 GHz network, while the Zigbee version requires a Tuya gateway. The device measures approximately 49 by 49 mm and is only 10.5 mm thick. It supports frequencies of 310, 315, 330, 390, 418, 430, 433, 447, and 580 MHz. Frequencies of 299 and 915 MHz are not supported. There is also a built-in light sensor with a range of up to 3000 lux, which can be used in automations. The copier is powered by standard 5V USB Type-C, so practically any USB power adapter can be used. The device comes in a small cardboard box. On the side, the protocol version is marked Wi-Fi or Zigbee. I have the Zigbee version. The main specifications are printed on the back of the package. Inside the box, there is a small instruction manual in English and a power cable approximately 50 cm long, standard USB on one end and USB Type-C on the other. The device itself is a small square box. On the top, we can see the letter Z, indicating the Zigbee version, as well as the RF marking. Slightly below, behind a transparent window, there is an LED indicator, and next to it is the light sensor. All sides of the case are smooth. On one of them, there is a USB Type-C port for power. On the back, there is a sticker with the main specifications of the device, as well as a reset button used to reset the device and put the copier into pairing mode. So overall, this is a very small, lightweight, and compact device. You can simply place it on a bedside table or somewhere near the equipment you want to control, or, if necessary, mount it on the wall using double-sided tape. We put the device into pairing mode. To do this, press and hold the reset button until the LED indicator starts flashing. Then open the Tuya Smart or Smart Life app and tap Add Device. The copier is detected automatically, and all we need to do is confirm that we want to add it. After connection, the device appears on the Tuya home screen as a regular icon with its name. You cannot control anything directly from here, so we open the device plugin itself, and this is where all of its main settings and features are located. At the top, there is an RF signal icon. Once we program the buttons, this icon will become active whenever an RF command is transmitted, and the smartphone will also vibrate. To the right, we can see data from the built-in light sensor, the current value in lux. It can be conveniently used in lighting-related automations. For example, when it gets dark, you can turn on the lights using either regular Tuya Smart relays or devices controlled by a standard RF signal. Below, there are 8 programmable buttons. A separate command from an RF key fob or remote control can be recorded to each one. By default, all buttons are gray, which means no RF signals have been recorded to them yet. You can use all 8 buttons for different devices and commands, or use just 1 or 2. For example, if you only need to control the gates and the Wicket gate. At the bottom, there are home and timer sections. You can create an individual schedule for each recorded button. It is important to understand that the device does not know the states, on, or off. The timer simply simulates pressing the corresponding button on the remote control. So, if one RF button toggles the lights, when the timer activates, lights that are on will turn off, while lights that are off will turn on. The same applies to gates. If one command is responsible for both opening and closing, the copier will simply transmit that command. Now let's record a few signals. We switch the device from control mode to learning mode and select the button where we want to save the command. Once it starts flashing, we press the required button on the original key fob. As you can see, the button in the app has changed color, and the LED indicator on the copier itself flashed red. The signal has been successfully recorded. I recorded the gate opening command to the first button. On the second button, we'll record another signal opening the Wicket gate. If you press and hold a programmed button, you can rename it. For example, you can call it Gate, Wicket, or whatever is more convenient for you. By default, long packet mode is used. It is intended for standard fixed RF codes. There is also a short packet mode, which, according to the manufacturer, can learn some rolling code signals. However, encrypted codes are not supported by the device. I'm switching to short packet mode and will try to copy the signal from the original remote control of my sliding gate drive. I'll save the main gate control command to button 3 and the Wicket gate mode to button 4. Once all the necessary commands have been recorded, we disable learning mode, return to control mode, and now, instead of the original RF key fobs, we can send these commands directly from our smartphone. Now let's see what this device can do in automations. First, let's look at the option where the RF copier acts as a condition. In other words, if something happens on the device itself, we can trigger an action on other devices. Here, pressing any of the 8 buttons is available as a trigger. For example, when we press the gate opening button, we can simultaneously turn on the outdoor lights or perform any other action in Tuya. The built-in light sensor is also available separately. For it, we can set a condition where the value is above, below, equal to a certain level, or outside a specified range. For example, when it gets dark outside, turn on the lights. Now let's look at the opposite scenario, where the RF copier acts as the executor of an automation. Here, we can programmatically simulate pressing any of the 8 recorded buttons. For example, the sun has set in your area. We send an RF command and turn on the outdoor lighting. Then at midnight, we send the same command once again and the lights turn off. In other words, a regular RF device that is not smart at all can be quite easily integrated into Tuya automations. Let's check how it works in Home Assistant. First, through the Tuya integration. To do this, we go to Tuya and reload the integration to find new devices. After that, we look for our device Smart RF Copier. At the moment, we can see unsupported. That means it is currently not supported by the Tuya integration. Now let's check it through Zigbee2MQTT. We put our device into pairing mode and allow devices to connect. We go to the Devices section, and here is our detected device. But unfortunately, it is not supported. We do not see any data, and nothing is being transmitted. So at the moment, the device is not supported in Home Assistant. Perhaps this will be fixed in future updates. It's time to move on to the tests. Here I have 2 key fobs. The first one is a regular 433 MHz key fob, which I use to control the gate relay. Other buttons on the same key fob can also open the Wicket gate. It also has a relay with 433 MHz support installed. I showed how I connected and configured all of this in separate videos. I'll leave the link above. The second one is the original remote control for my sliding gate automation. It is noticeably more expensive. In fact, one of these remotes costs about twice as much as installing a simple 433 MHz relay. At the same time, it uses a protected changing code, so I was previously unable to properly copy this remote to a regular RF key fob. However, our RF copier was still able to record its commands in short packet mode. I saved the main command to button 3 and the Wicket gate mode to button 4. Let's test it. We press the gate opening button. The copier transmits the signal, but the gate automation does not react to it at all. We try the Wicket gate mode. The result is the same. And this is completely expected. Remotes like this use a rolling code, a changing code, so simply recording a single RF packet and then replaying it is not enough. This protection is specifically designed so that someone cannot intercept your command, replay it later, and open the gate without the original remote control. Now let's test a regular 433 MHz fixed code. We press the first button and as you can see, the gate opens without any problems. And the RF copier itself is currently located on the second floor and behind two walls, so the distance to the gate is quite considerable. Now let's test the Wicket gate. We recorded it on the second button. We press it, the relay activates and opens the electric lock. Again, no problems at all. So the test is quite revealing. We were unable to fully copy the original remote with its protected changing code, while regular devices using a fixed 433 MHz code work without any problems. As for what is more important to you, maximum security or the convenience of remote control, everyone has to decide for themselves. In my system, I chose the more convenient option with separate RF relays. In the end, this turned out to be a fairly interesting and useful device, especially if you already have devices at home that are controlled by regular RF key fobs or remote controls. The main advantage is that you do not need to modify anything in your existing system. We simply teach the copier the required commands, and after that we can control gates, a Wicket gate, lights, or other RF devices from a smartphone, including remotely over the internet. I also liked the fact that there are 8 buttons available, as well as timers, automations, and a built-in light sensor. So this is not just a copy of a remote control, but a device that can be fully used within the Tuya ecosystem. But there are limitations as well. With simple fixed 433 MHz codes, everything works perfectly, but protected remotes using rolling code or encryption cannot be fully copied. And at the moment, the device is also not supported in Home Assistant, either through Tuya or Zigbee2MQTT. So if you have regular RF devices and want to add remote control and automations to them without rebuilding the entire system, this is definitely an interesting option. All links to the products from this review, as usual, can be found in the description below the video. There you will also find a link to my Telegram channel, where I regularly publish new gadgets, coupons and promotions, discounts, useful finds, tips, and simply communicate with you about smart home topics. We also have a forum dedicated to smart home systems, and now everything there is conveniently organized into sections, making it much easier to find the information you need. Be sure to check out our Facebook group and our page on X, formerly Twitter, where you'll also find fresh news, interesting selections, and various useful materials. If you found this video useful, support it with a like, subscribe to the channel, and be sure to click the notification bell so you don't miss new reviews and tests. Thank you all for watching. I wish you peaceful skies, all the best, and only successful purchases. See you in the next videos. Bye bye.